Would you consider yourself a Jim Henson fan? Maybe you grew up watching Sesame Street, love the Muppets. In fact, you watch Muppets Christmas Carol every year. Or maybe even you are just a huge fan of the cult classic, The Dark Crystal. If you answered yes to any of these questions, or if you're just a fan of puppetry arts in general, you need to check out the Center for Puppetry Arts in Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to Travel with Travis, where I get to take you on tour of some of the amazing places that God has blessed me with visiting. And I will try to convince you to visit them as well. Travel with Travis is part of withtravis.com. The Center for Puppetry Arts in downtown Atlanta, Georgia, opened in 1978 with a ribbon cutting cut by Jim Henson himself. This is an amazing museum to check out everything that is puppets related. There is an entire section dedicated to Jim Henson himself with a replica of his office, puppets used on Sesame Street and the Muppets and Fraggle Rock, and so many other things that Jim had personal investments in. That section of the museum is just an amazing tribute to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jim Henson. And yes, even Fraggle Rock, Labyrinth, and the Dark Crystal have puppets and props on display, which, if you're a fan of any of those, you will find that part of the museum really exciting to see some of the actual items and puppets that were used in filming. But that is only part of the museum. You'll also find things from stop motion animation movies. You'll find a history of the puppetry arts and puppets from around the world and from different years. Lamb Chop is on display there, as well as props from several Broadway shows like The Lion King and other things are on display because there's a lot of puppetry that goes into some of those theater productions like The Lion King. And one of my personal favorite things that was on display while I was there, Slimer from the Ghostbusters. And there's even a few props from television shows like Sabrina the Teenage Witch if you grew up in the 90s. If you ever visit the Center for Puppetry Arts in Atlanta, I also suggest on top of your ticket purchasing a ticket to see their live action puppet show. While we were there, it was actually Pete the Cat from the famous book series. And as you would expect from the Museum of Puppetry Arts, this was an amazing puppet show. The puppets were so neat and so detailed. It was really cool, and it lasted roughly an hour, but my daughter and I really enjoyed that part. And the show changes out all the time. It's probably not Pete the Cat right now, so make sure you check out on their website what they're showing and how much those tickets are. I really cannot stress how neat this museum really was, especially if you are a fan of puppetry or the Muppets or Sesame Street. You will really enjoy your time there. It doesn't take a whole day to go through, probably just half a day if you really want to absorb everything and check everything out. I really enjoyed our trip to the museum, and I would love to go again. If you found this video helpful or if you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. You can also check out my website, withtravis.com, where I do reviews for families of movies, television shows, and books. You can also join my Facebook page with Travis as well. Hope you have a great week.